But for the most part, that city was built without the assistance of government. Grand city of New York. Well, I bring that up because we are all socialists now. The Workers' World Party, according to WND.com, the Workers' World Party is taking to New York City for a 2-day conference to show how to spread socialism around the nation and the world, and to explain why the time is right for such an expansion. The time is right for socialism when the left just got another thwacking at the polls. These people don't give up, but they're also delusional. This is why you can never see what I understand. What they might be saying is that, well, now the Republicans and the conservatives, they think they don't have to do anything. That all this, that some of them are just going to happen just like they did in the last presidential election. They'll just stay home. Let me tell you, the liberals are not going to stay home. Oh, no. They're going to invent voters. They're going to dig up voters from the ground. Well, not literally, but, the dead people are going to vote. I think even a liberal poll person sitting there at the poll would notice if a dead person walked in the door and probably not let them vote because they were dead. This isn't Weekend at Bernie's. Funny movie, by the way. Classic now. Classic movie, Weekend at Bernie's. Not a Halloween movie. It's not even a horror movie at all. It's just a hilarious, idiotic, stupid, campy comedy. It's hilarious. Loved it. Even Weekend at Bernie's 2 was not too bad. It was all right. And the guy that played Bernie, the dead guy, perfect. And he did stash and those sunglasses. Perfect. I can't remember the actor's name, but he said that was the hardest role that he ever had his entire acting career. You want to try acting like a dead guy and trying to be funny while you're a dead guy? But anyway, I digress. The event titled Putting Socialist Revolution on the Table kicks off Saturday at the Shabazz Center. And isn't the Shabazz Center a Jewish center? Again, I'm not from New York. I've only been there 4 or 5 times. So I don't know what the Shabazz Center. There's a lot of New York City. I mean, I don't know. This is how bad it is. I was such a tourist the first time I was in New York City as an adult and actually being there on vacation. I was such a tourist. I literally walked past Madison Square Garden and did not know I walked by it because I was busy looking across the street at the other buildings and stuff that was going on. I literally walked right past Madison Square Garden and didn't know I passed it. And so when I went back that way, like, oh, there's Madison Square. How the hell did we miss Madison Square Garden? Because we were acting like tourists and paying attention to everything but the things that we probably should have been paying attention to. Let that be a lesson to you. When you are a tourist, never act like a tourist. Not just for safety's sake, but if you act like a tourist, you're going to miss a lot that you don't want to miss. So don't act like a tourist when you're a tourist. And you'll see what I mean when you practice that in reality. You hear it and think, how the hell can you not act like a tourist when you're a tourist, when you're trying to see everything? You just have to pay attention. What I'm saying. And you got to pay attention to stuff like this. So this event titled Putting Socialist Revolution on the Table kicks off Saturday at the Shabazz Center and includes panel discussions on Black Lives Matter. It covers women and LGBT leadership, how to be a revolutionary, and dispelling myths about China's socialism. China's not a myth. It's communism with a slight tinge of free market economy. I shouldn't say free market. Heavily regulated capitalist market economy. Not a free market system. It is a capitalist system over there now, but it's heavily. Well, but look, this capitalist system here in this country is heavily regulated too. But notice how they're including Black Lives Matter, LGBT leadership. LGBT were just soundly defeated down in Houston. I mean, this notion that we're supposed to kowtow and bend over for the left. The left has lost. You want on a national, on the big level, state legislatures to Washington D.C. The liberals, the Democrats, have lost over 1,000 seats since 2010. You want to include county and local municipal city seats. The estimates are over 1,300 to 1,500 seats lost by the Democrats, replaced by Republicans. Now, I know a lot of those Republicans are probably rhinos, but the point is, even the rhino is more to the right than the stupid Democratic leftists. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference, I know, but they are. And they've lost 1,300 to 1,500 seats across this country since 2010. And you want to tell me that these people think that it is ripe, the time is ripe for a socialist takeover? Only if they're planning on using the army to do so, because the American people have been giving it a resounding thumbs down since 2010. I don't know what it's going to take for the Republican leadership to finally figure this out, that the American people have had enough. We've had it. We don't want no more. We don't want no more that big government. No, we don't want no more. It's also the symposium is also supposed to include discussion topic fighting imperialism means building internationalism. What imperialism? We got Obama in office. We're not doing a damn thing anywhere. All we got is we got Russia and China on the move. And now Iran. Where is this imperialism from the United States? We're not doing a damn thing. Don't you find that interesting? You know, we leave countries. We leave a power vacuum in these countries. They get taken over by somebody else. And then, you got Russia attacking here and Russia attacking there. All Obama's doing is putting 50 boots in the ground to be, trainers in Syria to train the rebels that seem to either disappear or get killed or, defect to the other side. And yet we're the ones that are still being called the imperialist. I mean, we're retreating. Everybody else is, the other superpowers are expanding. And we're still the imperialist? I thought imperialism means that you're expanding and taking over. Oh, we're not taking over anything. We're retreating. Now, event organizers Teresa Gutierrez and Scott Williams and Monica Moorhead announced hundreds are attending from around the nation. Hundreds are attending from around the nation. They say the growing resistance is deepening economic inequality, and especially to racist police attacks. Well, who's in charge of all that? That's, you left this economic inequality. You think socialism? Oh yeah, let's just let the flood of immigrants, illegal immigrants, stay. Let's bring in some more refugees and let them stay, and just screw the blacks. And who's responsible for that? Oh, the Obama administration. I would love to see them try to explain how the economy that we have right now is the fault of George W. Bush. I want to see how they can make that happen. Really. I want them to make that argument. Because if they're not going to blame George Bush, then who are they going to blame? Well, they sure as hell can't blame Barack Hussein Obama. Oh, no. They can't blame him for anything. Can't blame the Obama for anything. It is his fault. His policies. He's left our borders wide open. We have terrorists running amok in this country. Sure, maybe they're not, well, look, it's happening on college camp. You college people, you guys are being attacked like crazy. You're on these gun-free zones, and now, well, okay, we're not going to bring a gun onto campus. Okay, we're just going to bring knives and start stabbing people. And if nobody's on campus has a gun, how are you going to stop a knife wielder? Unless you're freaking Bruce Lee, you're probably going to get cut and or stabbed. Because nobody's going to, bum rush the dude with a bunch of people because everybody's going to be scared that they're going to be next. Well, if we rush him, there's still a chance I'll get stabbed, man. No, I ain't doing it. Because we're not raising men either. Got ladies around. It's the man's job to protect them. Well, that's just sexist, Rod. No, I don't think it's sexist. I think it's just right. You step up. You do what you got to do. And you take the bastards down. That's what you do. Had to have some construction worker run into a room and get stabbed himself while he's trying to save the students in there because he just thought it was a fight, and it ends up being a maniacal knife wielder, probably sent here by ISIS or Al Qaeda. Don't doubt me on that one. That is exactly the way it is probably going to turn out and work. I know, folks. It's just, look, they're going to be in New York. Well, de Blasio is a big-time socialist himself, if not a communist. So they're going to feel right at home, I'm sure. Right at home in New York City. All the other socialists. And socialism, they want to, well, they're very good at ignoring the facts. Because if they actually paid attention to facts and look at facts and read facts and listen to facts, then they would stop being socialist. And they can't have that. So they have to go on believing what their myths and their legends and their lore. Kind of like global warming, which used to be global cooling, which is now actually man-made global climate change. Yeah, they keep changing it so it fits their scenario so they can keep on believing. We've got satellite... The interesting thing, we got satellite pictures from NASA showing all this new ice on the poles, the South Pole and North Pole. And there was some damn fool that posted a world map of the ocean temperatures on my Facebook fan page, and he said, yeah, hope you like hot water. Funny. I didn't know hot water could turn to ice.